SeaWorld San Antonio brought SeaWorld's first two roller coasters in the Great White and the Steel Eel. Since then, SeaWorld Orlando and SeaWorld San Diego have taken the lead as far as having the large headlining coasters. Though, until WaveBreaker opened in SeaWorld Orlando, SeaWorld San Antonio did have more roller coasters. SeaWorld San Antonio's collection of coasters is a mixed bag. Orlando's stands out as having an incredible lineup of all solid roller coasters. San Antonio's lineup plays more to personal preference, though it has coasters big enough to alienate the family crowd, but small enough that they're not priorities for enthusiasts and thrill seekers. As my rankings of these coasters have changed over time, I've come to believe that, depending on preference, you could list any coaster in this park as your favorite. So for that reason, I'd like to count down my list of top roller coasters at SeaWorld San Antonio. Number 6. Grover's Boxcar Derby. Not ranked. Sesame Street theming is great, and I love the Bert and Ernie buddy card. The wicked turn off the first drop is something I still remember, but I just can't rank a kiddie coaster too highly. Though, if you're too scared to ride the larger coasters, or you're a young child, as many guests in the park are, I would expect this to be your favorite coaster. Number 5. Great White. Overall, 1. I am not a large fan of Batman the Ride clones. The grass under this one and the view out on the lake is nice, but some better theming around the whole shark concept would be greatly appreciated. The forceful vertical loops are enjoyable, and I like just gliding in the inverted seats, but the corkscrews and inline twists knock me around too much for this ride to be enjoyable. Though most other coaster fans love these clones, I have a hard time seeing this ride as someone's favorite unless you just love inversions. Number 4. WaveBreaker, the rescue coaster. Overall, 3. This coaster is a mixed bag for me. On one hand, I feel like it is a great, solid family coaster. On the other, I feel like it doesn't do much. And I cannot get over how poorly the theming is executed. Sitting in jet ski-like seats and cruising over the water is nice and enjoyable, but besides for a unique experience, this coaster just lacks anything truly memorable. Despite my feelings, this is by far the most popular coaster in the park, as the only true family coaster. And it will have waits of about 30 to 40 minutes unless you time riding it correctly. I can easily see how this can be and is the favorite coaster of many guests in the park. Number 3. Journey to Atlantis. Overall, 4. This ride begs so many questions. Where is the theming? Is this shoot-the-chute style ride a roller coaster? How is this the newest model of Journey to Atlantis? And why? Why? But despite or because of all the questions this coaster begs, it has a special place in my heart. Even while riding drop coasters like Busch Gardens and SeaWorld, I couldn't help but think how the experience of being high up is not unlike this version of Journey to Atlantis. The backwards drop on this coaster is, in my opinion, the best drop at SeaWorld San Antonio. Despite its small size, the unsettlingness of being dropped backwards will throw your stomach for a loop, until you ride this ride enough that you get used to it. With a height limit of only 40 inches, I can clearly see how this coaster is some guests' favorite, if they're either too small to ride larger coasters or simply prefer smaller-ish coasters. Number 2. Texas Stringray. Overall, 6. Ugh. This coaster could easily and should be ranked lower in my rankings. What I hate about Texas Stringray is the lap restraints that Great Coaster Internationals use, since it completely eliminates any nice sense of airtime. With small popping hills, a tunnel, and an overall decent layout, I want to like Texas Stringray. But if this lap bar is pushed in too tightly as it normally is, then I get very little out of this ride, other than maybe a wild ride feeling with hopefully an okay first drop. My rankings here reflect this coaster's potential and the very few times that I've been able to ride it where I actually got some decent airtime. However, if you love these modern wooden coasters or want a solid mid-sized roller coaster, then I can see people's love for this coaster. Number 1, the Steel Eel. Overall, 10. The clear big coaster at SeaWorld San Antonio, the Steel Eel delivers with absolutely incredible airtime due to the simple seat, belt, and lap bar restraints. Dispatches on this coaster are painfully slow though, because of the nice airtime giving restraint. This coaster does so much of what I want in my favorite roller coaster, as I discuss in a separate review. But despite my love, I can't hide the fact that this coaster is a one-trick pony. If you're not in love with the airtime feeling over the hills, then there's nothing else to this ride. The drop is okay, but not great for its size. And besides the turning drop and the brake runs, there's nothing else that Steel Eel does. To me, it's by far the best coaster in the park. But if you're intimidated by its size or otherwise looking for different types of thrills, I can see how it isn't everyone's cup of tea. So, those are my rankings of the roller coasters at SeaWorld San Antonio. Since everyone's opinions will differ, I'd love to hear your thoughts on which coaster is your favorite and how you'd rank the roller coasters at this park. Let me know. And as always, Kap kun krap.